Hi Aries, welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing a reading for the month of December. This is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be links in the description box for more information on this reading. So if you're new to my channel, I do readings. I am a tarot reader, but I'm also an astrologist with over 26 years experience. In your reading, I am going to be taking a look at your challenge. Okay, so on this channel, we focus on challenges. We are all human. We all go through challenges in life. I'm going to be taking a look at your past, present, and future. And at the end of the reading, I'm going to pull some advice. So let's see what's happening for you at this time. Okay. Wow. So what is your challenge for the month of December? Well, your challenge for the month of December is very straightforward. What you feel and want deep down inside at this time, you want to feel this fulfillment. You want to feel independent. You want to feel powerful. You want to feel this energy of, I can do whatever I want midday. If I want to stop my work, I can go and, take a trip, or I can go and do something here that, I don't feel restricted. I don't feel this heavy burden of responsibility. You want freedom. This is what your challenge is. Your challenge is, I want to be able to get up and do the things that a successful person can do. So if we notice here with the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is a woman, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be, genders are not important, but it's a person, okay? We'll say it's a person. And this person is in the garden, and behind them you see grapes and you see coins, which are pentacles, and you see a bird here. And they're very leisure-like in this photo, in this card. So the challenge here for you at this time has a lot to do with your freedom. Your ability to achieve and accomplish great things in your life, okay? We're going to get back to this challenge in a moment, but for now, I want to focus on the energies that are coming in for you. Bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Cups. So there's definitely this energy of needing to disconnect emotionally from certain things in order to get to this level, because some of you are trying to get to a higher level here. Yeah, you're trying to get to a higher level. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords. So let's hop right into your reading. Let's see what's going on. So as I mentioned, we were talking about the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is talking about you wanting your independence. You want to be able to, if you're working a 9 to 5, you want to be able to not work 9 to 5. You want to be able to work when you want to work, and you want to stop working in the middle and go wherever you want and do whatever you want. You want to have more freedom in your life. This is what is your challenge. Okay, so let's talk about the past. So in the past, you have the Ten of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Something in your past was very unstable, okay? Something in your past was very emotionally unstable. It could have been your relationships. It could have been your friendships. It could have been your responsibilities. Maybe you had some sort of, intense responsibilities here in the past. And it led to this very strong, overwhelming feeling, So if you tried to accomplish certain things here in the past, you may have not been able to accomplish certain things here in the past because you were overwhelmed by responsibilities, burdens, other, expectations from other people. So even though you may have wanted to achieve this, ability to be more financially independent and successful and, reach this higher status, there was always something in your way. This is what you may have felt here in the past. Okay, we're going to talk more about that in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Empress, you have the World, and you have the Three of Wands. So what I was really strongly picking up for you, Aries, is there's this drive, there's this feeling of wanting to move forward in your life. You want to move to the next level. I talked to Aquarius about this as well. So you could have Aquarius, maybe an Aquarius moon, or your Aquarius rising, or maybe you're simply just dealing with an Aquarius. Either way, you want to move to the next level. This is what you're looking for. You want to move to the next level. You may not know how to move to the next level, but you want to. I do see here in the present moment, okay, as of last month, okay, I know I didn't do the readings for last month, but the energy's here, so I'm going to mention it to you. Last month, there could have been a message or information about something closing out here for you. Maybe like a certain activity, job, relationship, hobby, there's something here that closed out for you. And it may have made you feel this energy of feeling overwhelmed. Like, what do I do next? Where do I go? What's my new direction? So the energy here in the present moment is talking about, in order for you to get over this challenge, okay, of being able to move forward, feeling more financially independent, not relying on other people, there's something that you're being called to do in the present moment. And we're going to discuss that when we get to going deeper into the reading. Now, in the near future, you have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and you have the Justice, okay? So in the near future, there's going to be an opportunity that comes into your life. It's a very, very big opportunity. Whether you're aware of this or not, there's a very big opportunity that is coming into your life. But I feel this opportunity that's coming in, it's not going to be packaged in the way that you expect it to, okay? So there's a difference in expectation here in the near future. Now, of course, we have Saturn finally moving direct in the sign of Pisces, which is happening in your 12th house if you're rising Aries. So, I always recommend that you check your rising sign. So if you're rising Aries, Saturn's in the 12th house. So Saturn, when Saturn finally enters into your sign and it hits your ascendant, especially if you're a rising Aries, there will be challenges that come into your life, but these challenges come in the form of new opportunities. And if you're able to overcome these challenges can reward you very big. And this is something that you need to be aware of, because this is what I feel is happening for you. It's very much connected to your future here, okay? And we're going to talk more about that in a moment. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords here, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. You also have the Six of Swords. So part of you achieving this greatness, the star, your dreams, your goals, your wishes, part of you achieving this greatness and success is going to require you to recognize what no longer is working in your life anymore. What is it that you need to let go of? What is it that you need to heal and forgive within yourself? Some of you are walking around with trauma. You're walking around with pain. You're walking around with hurt. You're walking around with sadness. You're angry at somebody. You're upset at somebody. Maybe somebody did something to you, or you haven't completely forgiven this person or situation. You're actually doing more work than you need to, okay? By not forgiving, by being angry, by being upset, by carrying this full load on your back that really you don't need to carry around with you, it's actually blocking you from your dreams. It's actually blocking you from your success. So in order for you to truly realize this fulfillment, this full potential that you seek, there's something that you need to let go of. Some of you right now in the present moment know you need to let go of it, but you've been having a very hard time doing that, okay? So let's pull some oracles and let's see what your important messages are. Okay, so for your challenge, the first thing that comes up in your reading is faith. The question I need to ask you, Aries, is, do you actually have faith in yourself? Do you believe that you're capable of doing things that are on a higher level than what you're doing now? Because if the answer is no, you need to work on that. You need to work on that, okay? Believe you are not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come to you, okay? You need to have faith and believe and envision where you want to be. Part of manifestation, part of reaching your full potential is envisioning what you want and doing it every single day and maintaining that faith. Even when it's not shown in front of you, even when you don't see it on a consistent level, that belief, that ability to have faith is what is going to take you to the next level, okay? Now, you also have journey here as well. And the journey card here is of a girl. She's on a horse. She's on a unicorn, actually. Here, I'll show you. And part of you reaching this full potential that you seek. And I know, like, you know exactly who you want to become, what you want. Like, you know deep down inside what needs to happen for you to feel happy and fulfilled. It's going to require you to focus on how far you have come, what you've already accomplished, not how far you have to go. A lot of you are focused on, oh, I have to do this and I have to do that, but I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I won't be able to accomplish that, but I'm not good enough. But, you know, so when you have these constant, reoccurring, really just belittling thoughts in your mind, it really takes away the magic from your journey. And this is something that you're learning to flow with. Okay, you will find help in unexpected places. So it's so important, Aries, that you step outside of this constant belief that things have to be a certain way. And if they're not like this, then they're not going to be successful. And if I go here, then it's not going to be, you know. So if you're constantly in this bubble where you're doing the same thing over and over again, and you're expecting different results, but then when you are called to step outside of your comfort zone, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's not, you know. So you are actually removing the magic from being able to reach this full potential, which is the Nine of Pentacles, okay? By not having the faith and not accepting the journey, okay? So if you are invited to step outside of your comfort zone, if you're invited to do something outside of your regular scheduled programming or your regular scheduling activities, then it is something that you should definitely embark on. Which leads me to the third message for you, which is action. A lot of you are needing to recognize that you're an Aries. Part of your ability to accomplish and achieve things in life is going to require action. Stop hesitating. Why are you constantly hesitating? Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, no, I'm not going to go there. Oh, no, that's not going to work. You're constantly in this little bubble, which is actually creating this inability to be able to be successful and move forward. Movement creates the magic, okay? Nothing can hold you back. I want you to comment down below, nothing can hold me back. I'm fully capable of taking action and achieving the things that I want. And what that ultimately leads to, Aries, for you is prosperity. Yes, prosperity. Focus on the positives and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. Okay, so this is your challenge. These are the things that you need to work on, okay? So in the recent past, like I said, a lot of you allowed your circumstances to determine your life here in the past. And what you learned here in the past was two important things, and we're going to talk about them. The two important things that you learned was awareness, okay? Pay attention to the subtleties. Look with new eyes. There are signs and omens everywhere. So even though things were a certain way in the past, doesn't necessarily mean that that's how they're going to be in the present moment. There is some sort of change that may have happened for you here in the past. You are transforming, let go of the past. Embrace the light and the joy of this new day. So many of you in the past, You may have had a hard time letting go of certain responsibilities or burdens or things that were just really hanging over your head that affected you on a deep level. And some of you may have had problems with friends, or you may have had problems in your love life, or just inconsistencies, and just things may have felt very hard. Whereas now, coming from that, you are becoming more aware of why you went through that and why that happened to you in general. And it should have led to a change, right? So part of you going through that in the past was you needing to change and recognizing, okay, this is happening to me. What do I need to do in order to change? What do I need to do in order to make something better? Okay. Now, in the present moment, there's something that has come to an end. Either you are still trying to accept the fact that this thing is coming to an end, or it's something that recently ended here in the month of November. Okay. You're being called right now in the present moment to move on from this situation, to move forward from this situation. But in order to move on from this situation, it's very important that you recognize in the present moment what you need to do. Who do you need to nurture? What do you need to nurture? Is there something that you enjoy doing, but you're not nurturing it enough? You're not applying it enough. Okay. Now, if we're talking about finances, because I'm going to go back there, considering that your challenge is the 9 of Pentacles. If money is an issue for you, you need to recognize in the present moment, what do you continue to hold on to that you know is done, you know is over, and that you still need to gain awareness from in order to change? Because some of you, this should have happened in the past. Maybe you ignored it. Maybe you didn't have time to focus on it. Whereas now in the present moment, a lot of you feel not necessarily stuck, but there's this energy of like, what's next now? What do I do? What's the next thing that I do in my life? Should I just sit here forever? Should I, should I just go through the daily motions of my life? Like, what should I do? It's very important that you're creative. Some of you aren't creative enough in your life, right? So if you're just kind of going with the flow and just zooming here and zooming there, and you're not creating this magic for yourself by engaging in the things that you love and you enjoy, this is something that you've forgotten to do. That's the message here in the present moment. It's like you've forgotten to be this authentic person. Aries is one of the most authentic signs of the zodiac. And when you lose that substance, when you lose that magic, it's because you continue to hold on to something here that has really just been, it's been like this nest egg for you, right? It's like, ooh, it's comfy here, it's cozy here, so I'm gonna be here. But for you to reach that next level, it's gonna require you to step outside of your comfort zone. And that involves change, which is something that you knew you needed to do in the past, but you didn't because maybe, you just didn't have time to, or you were overwhelmed by burdens and responsibilities. So in the present moment, I feel it's a little more lightweighted here. Something here has ended. It's not surprising that it's come to an end. It's like, oh yeah, I knew this situation was going to come to an end, but now what do I do? So it's very important. There's something about being more in touch with your feminine side, recognizing the value that you have within yourself and then applying that. This is going to be crucial for you. And of course, taking action and having faith within yourself and going along with the journey. So I feel that in the present moment, either you have been invited to go on a journey or you've been invited to step outside of your comfort zone, and you may be so wrapped up in the fact that something here is done, and you may be completely ignoring the fact that something here in the present moment is calling you to move forward, that you may miss it. Okay, I'm just going to pull one more oracle because I feel like there's an important message here. Humor. Yeah, laugh at yourself, lighten your heart, let nothing steal your happiness. Yeah, so in the present moment, it's like, are you like happy? Are you happy that life is magical? Are you happy that you've been relieved of something? There's something here that you've been relieved of. You've been completely disconnected from the situation. Like you no longer have this responsibility. which actually frees you up to do the things that you love and you enjoy doing. So the message here in the present moment is find humor in everything that you do. Be childlike. Go with the flow here. You also have the mercy card here. I just noticed that. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all loving things. What you give is also what you receive. Yeah. So part of you reaching this independence and this success has a lot to do with what you give. So if you're somebody who's constantly taking, and then asking yourself, why can't I move forward? Why can't I achieve success? It's because there needs to be a balance. When Saturn enters into Aries, it's really going to do this hard work on all of us as individuals, not only you, but all of us. And it's really important that while we're going through these trials and tribulations, we're able to find humor. We're able to laugh at ourselves. We're able to, enjoy this time. So if you have an opportunity to go on a journey, my advice here in the present moment is not to ignore it and to take that leap of faith, okay? In the near future, like I said to you, there's a huge opportunity that's coming in. It could be coming in from It could be coming in from an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Okay, Sun, Moon, or Rising, maybe a Libra here. In order for you to achieve this, in order for you to be open to this new opportunity that is coming into your life, it is going to require you. It's going to require you to be open to letting something go. That's what I'm getting here. Yes. Some of you are letting go of a job that doesn't serve you. You're letting go of maybe a relationship here. Tell me more about this opportunity for Aries in the near future. Some of you, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Some of you are dating somebody or you're dealing with somebody that you constantly have to chase. Like there's a lack of reciprocity. There's a lack of, it's like, why do I have to chase this person down? Do they really love me? Do they care about me? Are they going to make that offer to me? Are they going to, if you have to chase somebody down, it's simply just not for you. Okay. So an opportunity is coming in. But if you are chasing things in your life that are not in alignment with you, or that are not for you, by you chasing those things that are not for you, you may actually end up missing the things that are actually for you, right? So the important thing to remember here is when something is done, don't continue to chase it. When something isn't in alignment with you, don't continue to chase it, but rather set it right. Like make it fair, set it right. And this is what you're learning now. You're learning, okay, in order for me to be successful, I need to be fair. This is what you're learning. This is what you learn from the other, because the 7th house is ruled by Libra, which is your relationships, which is connected to the Justice card. So there's something here in the near future that needs to be set right. Okay. Once it's set right, this new opportunity is going to come in for you, but you also have to recognize when something is done, because something here is done in the present moment. You need to put it behind you, but you keep hesitating. And this is why you can't achieve the things that you want to, because you keep hesitating. You can't be given something if you don't accept it and receive it, right? So in the near future, I see, and it's not going to resonate with all of you, but some of you are dealing with somebody that you constantly have to chase. You constantly have to run this person down. It's like, why do I have to constantly run this person down? Well, you're running them down because they're not for you. So why do you keep investing in something that, maybe on the surface, this person isn't saying, Aries, I don't want you, but their actions surely show you that they don't. Okay. So as soon as you're willing to set something right here, a new opportunity will come in. Or as soon as you're willing to let go of something that that isn't in alignment with you, a better opportunity is going to come in. So this whole reading is about accepting something that isn't for you, or setting something right in order to bring that thing that is for you into your life. Okay, so let's get some advice for you. Some of you are really down and out, like some of you are depressed or you're really sad. This is going to pass. But it's really important that you watch this reading 3 or 4 times so it makes sense, because some of you are watching it and you're like, I'm not clear on the messages. Just go back, watch the reading like 3 or 4 times, and it will make sense to you, okay? 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. You will have an opportunity to set something right in your life, okay? So if you've been feeling taken advantage of, if you feel that something didn't work out for you, if you feel that you've been robbed an opportunity, opportunity will come back around for you. And it's going to show up for you in the month of December. But part of you being able to achieve this success, part of you being able to achieve this abundance, it's going to require you to recognize what aspects of your life need to be forgiven. Do you have to forgive certain people? Do you have to set certain things right with certain people? Is there certain relationships in your life where things weren't fair and now you want to set them right? Once you do that, once you clear the air with these things that may have affected you on a very deep level, maybe 7 years ago, 7 months ago, 7 days ago, that is when things are going to change in your favor. Remember, when one door closes, a new door opens, okay? So Aries, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.